So at the Central Library, we have the makerspace on the second floor where a variety of technology is available for people to come in and use. So we have a laser cutter, we have embroidery machines, sewing machines, and we offer a range of programs and support to help people create things with that technology. But in 2018, we added an added piece to the project, which was having some maker in residence come in and utilize the space. Over the summer, we had Clelia in as our maker, and Clelia's artistic area of focus is puppet making. So it was fantastic. She was able to offer some workshops with kids over the summer months.
We made paper mache masks, so it was sort of a modified version of what I usually do when I work in paper mache with masks, which was they sculpted on a face form and then built on top of it with paper mache, and they made some really wonderful and imaginative masks. It was fun. I am building a forest out of recycled materials, mostly books, mostly old books and fabric and laser cut acrylic and all sorts of things. So I'm trying to include a lot of little things. My mom was a public librarian, a children's librarian, so I spent a lot of time in libraries and making crafts and stuff, and I just remember making these little environments, and that's kind of what I'm still obsessed with, making different worlds. So I want the kids to come in, and I've made a bunch of different animals and a bunch of different insects, so I remember one of the wonderful things about being a kid. It's still wonderful, but discovering little things here and there. So I'm trying to put in little things for people to discover. The place I picked is in the children's section because it's got these fabulous windows that have trees outside, so I feel that my forest will sort of blend into the forest outside.
Will there be more detail in this piece than you would have had if you were not to have the machines?
Absolutely. So I embroidered a hummingbird, which if I'd done that by hand, it would have been the entire summer. And then just the laser cutting of all these insect wings that I'm making in flowers. Yeah, I just wouldn't have been able to do it. Like, I wouldn't have had the equipment, and also if I'd found another way to do it, it would have taken me weeks and weeks and weeks. Instead, I pop it in, it does its magic, and it's gorgeous.
It was pretty magical to see the kids come in and literally see a puppet come to life through her building her work. And then for them to be able to apply some of that and think about how they might be able to create puppets in the future and the role that that plays in storytelling is pretty amazing.
This library is filled with people who do incredibly creative things. I feel like everybody here is a maker. It's fantastic.